Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Tuesday, you know what that means. It's time for the number one sports podcast in the world. It's time for Sports for You. Live on YouTube. I'm John. That's Nick Freeze.
What it do?
It's a two-man booth today. Mark is on special assignment down at Dodger Stadium right now. So shout out. Hanging out with our friends over at Chavez Ravine. So make sure you following him on IG at High on Mark, as he's down at Dodger Stadium right now. So shout out to Mark. He'll be back next week. But you got me and Nick Freeze for the entire show tonight. As the Eastern Conference Finals is officially kicked off. The Boston Celtics are up 9 right now on the Miami Heat.
Are you kidding me?
As we are now down to the final 4 teams in the NBA playoffs. So we're gonna have a lot to talk about. We're gonna talk about the preview the conference finals. We're gonna recap the last round. The draft lottery happened about an hour ago. The Orlando Magic with the number 1 pick.
Shout out to Orlando Magic.
So we'll go over the first mock draft that's already out for that. NFL schedule released last week. We'll definitely get into that. And thank all y'all who hopped into spaces like Montreal, Kinsey, my boy Nudon, Paco. Hopped into spaces on Thursday night to recap the schedule.
Greatly appreciate everybody that showed up.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
Most definitely.
So if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button. Obviously, the Townhouse Media, let everybody know the number one sports podcast in the world is on right now. Sports for You, y'all know what it is. And again, everybody, last week, thank y'all for joining us in the celebration of our 100th episode last week. It was a straight celebration, a straight vibe last week, and we thank all y'all who hung out with us as we celebrated 100 episodes of Sports for You. So not to get into, like I said, we're going to talk some NFL, we're going to talk some NBA. We'd be first remiss not to address the tragedies that's happened over the weekend. Again, more mass shootings have taken place in this country. So we want to send our condolences and prayers out to those who were affected by the shooting Saturday in Buffalo, New York. And then on Sunday, there was a shooting out here in Orange County at a church in Laguna Woods. So we want to send our prayers out to all those people that were obviously affected by that directly or indirectly. It seems like it's not getting old for this to keep happening, and us people of color are the ones who are suffering the consequences, sadly.
Yeah, it's I hate seeing situations like that. You know, the mass shootings and everything, no, unfortunately it's become a part of our country. Sadly. It happens more often in our country than it seems like in any other country. But, every country has their own issues. A lot of people would be like, I'd rather deal with our issues than the other issues. But at the end of the day, a mass shooting is a mass shooting. Nobody deserves to go through that. And, for the people who are involved with this, the initiators and even people who are thinking about doing such an act like this, just reach out to somebody, get yourself some help.
Amen. And obviously, again, just a tragedy. And obviously, those who are affected by it, we pray that you get some counseling, consoling, and anything to heal your pain. Because, it's just sad that this seems like it's just not, it's the norm now. And it's not, and I'm getting tired of talking about it, getting tired of seeing it. But hopefully one day this will change, but I don't know. It seems like sometimes it's just not getting better.
Well, God's gotta have faith.
That's right.
At the very least,
Amen to that.
You must have to have faith. I don't know when the change is gonna happen, but Sam Cooke said the change is gonna come, so we just gotta wait.
That's right. So we had to address that before anything. But like I said, it's sad that this happened, and we pray that everyone finds some healing in this during this tough time. But Obviously, there's a lot of lot of sports going on. Again, last week we celebrated our 100th episode. And again, we thank y'all for joining in the comments. Y'all made the show. Shout out to Kenzie.
Most definitely.
I know you didn't miss much, Kenzie. We were talking about just the tragedy that happened in Buffalo and out here in Orange County with these mass shootings. It just seems like it keeps happening over and over again.
Yeah. I always think about, the events that lead up to these type of things,
Right.
because, I always feel like these type of situations can be avoided. And, sometimes it be right there in front of your face. And, some people just know how to read the rules sometimes, and then there's certain cases where, it can happen just out of nowhere. But, for everybody that's involved with this, I pray that, like you said earlier, John, you get the help, you mourn the loss of your loved ones, or if people injured. Even the people who were just there that witnessed it. Oh my goodness, I can only imagine how horrible that was. But
Lisa.
What up, Lisa? But yeah, I truly hope that that everybody gets through this process the best way they can, because this is a tragedy. It's horrible.
It is very tragic, but we're gonna try to be uplifting for you guys, get y'all something off, what's been going down with these tragedies, and hopefully we try to do every week of sports for you, be a positive light to help you, ease attention from anything you're going through. So let's start off with what happened last week, and then we'll transition into the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Kenzie just says someone was just killed right down the street from his house last night.
Oh my goodness, it's horrible.
Please be careful, folks.
Yeah, everybody be careful, man. Especially these crazy. The summer right on the corner, so all the crazy stuff happens during the summertime. So
sadly but true.
But everybody be safe out here. At the end of the day, everybody just want to go home to their family.
That's right. So last week, the NFL schedule was released. It's official. And again, we thank y'all who hopped into Spaces last week. It was a vibe. Kenzie was there. Paco was there. Our boy Montrell was there. Our boy New Don was there from Buffalo. It was a fun time we had. And obviously, Nick, I'm gonna start with you. Your Raider schedule. What stood out there for you?
What stood out to me was, I think, you remember I was telling you guys, I think it was like towards the end of the schedule where it was like we got a stretch where it's like about 5 or 6 games in a row. Yeah. No, it's at the beginning. That's what it was at the beginning. So like our first 5 or 6 games are very, very rough. We start the season off rough, and I was like, man, who we pissed off for him to have a schedule like this, But I know we start off against the excuse me, is it we start against the Chargers?
Yeah,
most definitely.
So that's SoFi week 1.
Yeah, that was the one. Shout out to everybody.
I agree, Kenzie. It was a vibe.
Oh yeah, it was. Shout out to everybody's in the comments and everybody's watching right now. But yeah, I definitely can't wait until that first game. I get a chance to see my my new look offense, and the Chargers get a chance to see their new look defense. So
that's what's up. I looked at our schedule and I think about, obviously we start off with Russell Wilson's return. Yes, Lisa said week 1 will be lit.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be and I know for a fact Justin Herbert still has that sour taste in his mouth from that last game, because you could tell that whole situation, he didn't like the way it went down, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to. Oh my goodness, Jason Tatum's ridiculous.
Wow.
And I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to knock the Raiders' heads around in this game. So,
by the way, the Celtics are now up 10 right now, 58-48 with 90 seconds left in the first half.
And Jason Tatum just did a ridiculous step back 3-pointer.
Yeah, that's gonna be. Oh man.
Yeah, all right. Hey, I swear, it seems as if when Jason Tatum, he's like 6'10" now, right?
Yeah.
When he went from 6'8" to 6'10", oh my goodness, it's like he just became even better.
Yeah, there he goes right there.
Yeah, like he became more unguardable. He became better on defense.
He's definitely improved on defense.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Because before, the defensive person was for sure Jaylen Brown, but Jaylen Brown ain't got to worry about guarding the pass play no more, so his offensive game got better.
So Kenzie's saying the AFC is going to be a bloodbath this season. Lisa said the tickets are super ridiculously priced. I'm trying to go, but damn, I feel you.
Man, look, I'm not even thinking about going to that game. It's already I've already
week one. Y'all may just find the best establishment if you're not going to be in your home. You know, in your own home, find the closest establishment with fellow patrons of your team, and just go there because obviously, you know.
We should all meet up for that game. I'll go somewhere like to a little sports bar or something. That'll be pretty dope. We can talk about that after the show is over.
Definitely. We got 4 months. We got 4 months to prepare.
Yeah, we can plan. Yeah, we got plenty of time to prepare.
With me, like I said, the Broncos opening up with the Seahawks. So we're getting the whole Russell Wilson return to Seattle out of the way immediately.
Yeah, that was a freebie for the Broncos.
And then obviously we're gonna get they gave us a second freebie because our second game is the Texans.
Well, it always a freebie, but that's the Chargers.
And then we get the tough one. We get the 49ers on Sunday night, and then we get the Chargers. I believe we get the Chargers week 4 Monday Night Football.
Oh,
but they got to beat that. They got to beat the 49ers because obviously that's the weekend of my birthday. So get that done.
Yeah, you for sure hear from Will if y'all lose.
Yeah, that's exactly why I want us to win.
Yeah, I want to win this year, so I want to hear Will talk about how much the Raiders are inferior to the 49ers. I don't feel like hearing that.
Kenzie said, "I wish I was in LA." So like, pull up when you free. If you free, pull up. We got 17 weeks of football to watch, man.
Yeah, any game, it don't matter. Pull up.
Pull up. We'll find a place to go. There's plenty places to go watch games here in LA all day. But yeah, let's talk about the primetime schedule. So I'm gonna pull up first I'll start with the Monday night schedule because I just brought that up because obviously my Broncos are playing on the Monday night, and obviously we got the first game against the Seahawks, and then Monday night obviously shout out to Miss Lay in the house.
No car slander today.
Oh wow. And then I think about with the week 2 game is gonna actually that's gonna be a doubleheader. And they're doing something different. They're not gonna have both. They're gonna have one game that starts early on ESPN, and then they're gonna have another game that starts an hour later on ABC. So the first game on ESPN is gonna be
So wait. Let me hear this right. So they're gonna have the games running simultaneously?
Yes.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
And that's the Titans Chiefs, followed by on ESPN, and on ABC is going to be the Vikings and the Eagles. Week 3, my birthday, the Cowboys.
That's a sorry doubleheader.
Yeah.
Well, sorry.
Yeah, AJ Brown's former team and his new team.
Sorry.
On my birthday, the 26th, week 3, we got Cowboys Giants.
Okay, that might be something to watch.
Week 4, I'm wrong. I'm mistaken. Week 4 Monday night is Rams at 49ers.
Oh.
Yeah, they really are. They really are, Kenzie. And Jason Tatum has 21 points, which ties the career high, playoff high and a half.
Get out the way, man.
Week 5, Nick, your Raiders versus the Chiefs. Then week 6, my Broncos against the Chargers at SoFi. That's when the Broncos have a primetime game. Week 7, we got the Bears and the Patriots.
Hey, hold on. Every day is not a good day for car slander. Look, I haven't done no Charger slander yet. I need for everybody to relax.
We got ESPN. We have another game. We got my Broncos in London versus the Jaguars, but that's a Sunday game. But that's also going to be on ESPN.
John, who the hell did y'all pay off for these games?
Happens when you don't make the playoffs 6 straight years, man.
Are you kidding me?
Halloween night, we got the battle of Ohio between the Bengals and the Browns.
Ain't no battle of Ohio. They're about to destroy them. And then
definitely, we should definitely, Lisa. I'm already start talking, making it work. We got week 7. We got Ravens, Saints. Week
Who picks
I mean
these
week 9.
games?
Week 10 we got the Commanders and the Eagles.
What?
Week 11 we go to Mexico City for 49ers Cardinals. Week 12 Steelers Colts. Week 13 Saints Buccaneers. Week 14 Patriots Cardinals. Week 15 Rams Packers.
That's gonna be a good one.
Week 16 the day after Christmas. Chargers Colts.
Man, Charlie about to beat the snot out the Colts.
And then week 17 Bills versus the Bengals.
Ooh.
And then week 18 is a doubleheader to be determined. Any of those games stand out for you, Nick?
Most of those games was sorry. I'm gonna be honest with you. Those, oh Lord, they need to do a better selection of these games, these primetime games, man. But I'm trying to think of one that stood out. Well, y'all versus the Chargers for sure. That's gonna be a good one.
Lisa says Saints Bucks will be good.
I don't know. Because I don't know what the Saints quarterback situation is going to be, because they could be sorry around that time and the game could be terrible. So I don't know. It's a lot of question mark. I mean, a lot of the teams that's on there, they had the potential to be good games. Like for example, that what's that? The Titans and the Eagles. Yeah. That could be a good game. But for right now, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that good of a game. But it could be a good game to watch.
So yeah, we'll go there, and then obviously when my team playing the Chargers early. Obviously, the first game with us with the Seahawks, I obviously get the emotion out the way.
Yeah, the
Rams 49ers sticks out to me on that one.
Yeah, that out of all those, that is for sure the best game. I'm not even gonna lie, because the Rams and 49ers play each other very tough. So that would be very interesting to watch.
And then obviously I'm looking else where the game really stands out on this list. Rams Packers, obviously we just talked about that one.
Oh yeah, that should be a good one too.
Week 15.
That might be the second best one.
But I think the game, obviously they're saving the best for last. That Bills-Bengals game could be the preview of the AFC Championship. If the Broncos, unless the Broncos get there, which, I kind of hope. So, just saying. One of them teams will be playing the Bills.
I still predict 3 AFC West teams to make it to the playoffs again.
Yeah. And this time the Broncos won't miss out.
I don't think so either.
All right, let's talk Thursday night football. So obviously, by the way, shout out to Troy Aikman, Joe Bucker, now your new Monday Night Football team.
Yeah, Troy Aikman cool as long as the Cowboys not involved.
Josh said 49ers will beat the Rams, fam.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Montreal in the house. With ones. All right, here's the Thursday night schedule that's going to now be on exclusively on Prime Video. Starting week 2, we found that out night of the draft. That's Chargers Chiefs.
Hey, hold on. Before this suit that Stephen A. Smith got on is cold. I ain't about the front. That white suit, that's cold.
He had this on this morning. He's on his Miami vibe now.
Hey, that's cold. I ain't in the front. Hey, that's a cold suit.
What happens in Miami stays in Miami.
Hey, I ain't mad at him.
So let's go back. So back to the games. So I gave you week 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's Chargers and the Chiefs. We found that out in the night of draft.
Kinsey said, "Is it true that Drew Brees is returning?"
We'll get into that. Because there's a lot of talk about that. Week 3, Steelers Browns. Week 4, Dolphins Bengals.
Terrible.
Week 5, my Broncos versus the Colts. Okay.
That could be interesting.
Week 6, Commanders Bears. Week 7, y'all really gonna do this to Al Michaels' first year on Amazon, huh?
What's that?
Having to call some of these games.
I'm telling you, man.
Saints Cards Week 7.
That might be the first interesting one.
This is gonna be the game.
What's that?
Ravens Buccaneers Week 8.
Ooh.
In Tampa. We got Eagles Texans and Falcons Panthers and Titans Packers and obviously AFC matchup. Bills, Patriots. That's always going to be a good one.
Oh, of course.
7 winner in the playoffs. Week 14, Raiders, Rams at SoFi. And we all know what the storyline is going to be about that game.
What's that?
Are you kidding me?
Will Raider Nation be taking over SoFi Stadium?
They always do.
Week 16, Niners, Seahawks. That's week 15, I'm sorry. Week 16 is Jaguars,
Jaguars who?
Jets. And then week 17, Cowboys, Titans.
That's disgusting.
That's the
Ugh.
Thursday night schedule.
The Jaguars and the Jets.
I mean, look, Amazon's paying a lot of money.
They paying a lot of money for some BS games.
A lot of money for this to get these rights exclusively. You got Al Michaels now over there, Kirk Herbstreit's over there.
Bro, this is terrible. That was a terrible lineup of games.
But I'm gonna say this:
There's a lot of games I will not be watching on Thursday.
that Ravens Tampa Bay game is going to be.
Oh yeah, that has potential to be like probably a top 10 game of the year. It has that potential because the star power of the quarterbacks involved.
Josh says neither team that calls Lo-Fi home will have a home crowd when the Raiders, Niners, Dallas play there. Melk, what's in the house? Shout out to Toronto.
What up? What up? Hey, Josh, you ain't lying, player. You ain't lying about that one.
Well, Josh was there. He witnessed it. When
yeah, I was there for the when the Raiders played against the Chargers last year. It was a lot of Raiders up in there.
By the way, I witnessed it too when the Broncos played the Chargers too.
And I saw how many Cowboy fans were in town. Having to drive around the area when they played against the Chargers. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
Don't get me started on that. But how do we feel about games being only on Amazon? 'Cause I know there's a lot of people who are complaining about, because there's a lot of people who don't have Amazon, and they're like, "How we gonna?" And some people don't really want to pay for another subscription, but this is I've been telling people this is gonna be the way of the future in the next 5 years.
This is the way of the world. Wait until the NBA start getting these exclusives. You think it's crazy now? Wait till the NBA start getting these exclusives. That's when it's going to get crazy. Shout out to the City of Angels. Appreciate that.
So thank you, Mo. All right, let's get to what everyone loves. The number one game of the week. That's Sunday Night Football. By the way, the news, and that's why we'll get into the whole Drew Brees stuff in a minute, because that's related to Sunday Night Football. But shout out to the new crew of Sunday Night Football. By the way, my Uncle Kevin just texted me, said, I can't stand Amazon games. Well, Unc, they're going to be on there for real. That's where they're going to be.
You know, it's actually interesting and entertaining to watch.
What's that?
Watch a game on Nickelodeon.
By the way, that is actually going to be, that's going to be the Christmas game. The Rams and my Broncos, that game is going to be part of the Christmas, the Nickelodeon, the Slime Cast.
Look, for people who haven't watched one of those, I watched one last year. It was a lot more. It made the game. It was hilarious to watch it because they had their own little Nickelodeon animation with the slime and everything. And it's dope seeing they have the little kids go around there, announcing and talking stuff about the game. It was dope. I found it hilarious. Shout out to Nickelodeon for that. That was a genius idea.
My Uncle Kev just texted me, I'm gonna watch the games on YouTube. I was like, wow.
I ain't mad at him.
I understand. So let's get to the Sunday night game. So now they're gonna have a new look. They got a new team, broadcast team, because obviously Al Michaels is going over to Amazon. So Mike Tirico's going to be calling games. Maria Taylor's now going to be the host of Football Night in America.
Thank God.
Michelle Tafoya's going to do conservative work, and now Melissa Stark is going to be the sideline reporter. Y'all know who Melissa Stark is. She was the OG from Monday Night Football during the Madden years.
R.I.P. to the legend.
That's right. So obviously we know the kickoff game is the Rams and the Bills. Week 1, we have the Sunday night. We have the Buccaneers versus the Cowboys.
Oh, there we go. That's how you start something off right there. There we go.
Kinsey said, "I'm just lucky my girl has Amazon Prime." Mo asks, "Will the DAZN not have the NFL games anymore?" The Zone? I never knew the Zone actually streamed the games.
I didn't know they streamed them either.
I didn't know that either. That's new news for me. Thanks, Mo. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I just learned something. I didn't know that either.
You broke some news on Sports for You, Mo. Shout out to Toronto. Week 2, obviously one of the classic rivalries, Bears-Packers. Week 3, as I just stated, my Broncos versus Josh's 49ers.
Yeah, this is way better so far. Way better.
Miss Lay said I'm using my sister's Amazon Prime account. Hey,
I ain't mad at you.
I think a lot of people are gonna be using that strategy. Because I had to help Shayna's mom. She was frustrated about it. I told her, I got you. Don't worry. Yeah, Kinsey, I thought the zone was all boxing and MMA, but is there something new? But we'll get into that because there's going to be more news about football on streaming in the future. Y'all just got to stay tuned. Week 4, rematch of Super Bowl 55. The Chiefs versus the Buccaneers.
Hey, they knocking these out the park.
Whatever. We're going to get them gold diggers out of here, Josh. I got you.
What?
He said the Niners going to beat them unicorns too. I was like, okay.
Oh,
We're going to beat them gold diggers. We got you. Week 5. The battle of the AFC North. Bengals, Ravens. Week 6, Cowboys, Eagles. Week 7, this is where they lost me. Steelers, Dolphins.
What do you mean you lost you? I know why they had that.
Well, because of Tyreek Hill?
No.
Because of Tua?
No.
Because it's in South Beach?
John, who's over there with the Steelers now?
Mitchell Trubisky?
Coaching.
Well, with the Steelers?
Yes.
Well, Mike Tomlin's there. Who else? I'm forgetting somebody.
Brian Flores.
Oh, duh. I totally forgot. Brian Flores is an assistant. Special. Week
Flores
8
over there. That's why that game's going.
Week 8. This could be a possible Super Bowl matchup. Packers, Bills.
Ooh, I don't know about that one.
But yeah, I'm just saying.
I don't know if the Packers gonna.
I don't think so either. But I'm just saying.
It might be
just trying to talk to the people in North. Yeah, Flores. That's right, Josh.
Flores.
Week 9, Titans, Chiefs, and Week 10, Chargers, 49ers. Week 11, Bengals, Steelers. Thanksgiving night, Patriots, Vikings. By the way, let's address the Thanksgiving schedule right quick. For the first time, the Chicago Bears will not be on Thanksgiving, and God knows when.
Thank God. The game's always sucked anyways.
The morning game will be the Bills versus the Lions. Afternoon game will be the Cowboys and the Giants.
That's terrible.
Josh is stupid. He said Niners getting them spark plugs out of there too. Call them the spark plugs. And then the night game will be Patriots versus the Vikings. Week 12, Packers, Eagles. Week 13, Colts, Cowboys. Week 14, here we go. Chiefs and my Broncos. Week 15, oh, Nick.
What happened?
20-year anniversary.
Don't say it.
That's right.
Don't say it.
Patriots, Raiders in Vegas. The Belichick McDaniels Bowl.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
By the way,
Are you kidding me?
the Patriots announced that Joe Judge is going to be working with Mac Jones and Matt Patricia is going to be working with the offensive line. Christmas. Kinsey said they should run Raiders Cowboys back on Thanksgiving. That was a good game.
Top 5 games of the year.
Christmas, Buccaneers, Cardinals. Week 17, Rams, Chargers, and SoFi. And then, of course, week 18 will be determined because that's basically based on the playoffs. Mo said that's a terrible Thanksgiving schedule.
Yeah, that Thanksgiving schedule is terrible. I have to agree with that. I'm not even gonna lie though. I really want to see that Raiders and Patriots game.
And that will be in Las Vegas, Nevada. So let me know how y'all feel about y'all schedule. Shout out to Jacob Silverman in the house. Said Rams Chargers will be a good one. I've never rooted for the Cowboys so hard like I did last Thanksgiving.
Well, see what happened when you root for the Cowboys? If you rooted for us, you probably would have beat us. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Are you kidding
wow.
me? Are you kidding me?
We're getting ready to start the second half of this game. So, by the way, I was talking about there's going to be some changes because this is going to be the last year that DirecTV has the Sunday ticket contract. And all the rumors is going around that Apple TV is going to get the contract. So you Apple TV subscribers or you know somebody, they get that plug.
I'm about to be Apple TV subscriber if that happens.
And then there are gonna be some changes to Monday Night Football next year.
Are you kidding me?
Plenty changes on the Monday night. They're saying that obviously they're gonna starting next year on Monday Night Football, week 14 to 18. It's gonna be flex scheduling for Monday Night Football now. So there are gonna be some games that on Sunday that could be a Sunday game that could get moved to Monday night, just like they do with the Sunday Nighters.
Are you kidding me?
And they'll say, so this is the tweet from Schefter. Starting in 2023, ESPN's Monday Night Football finally will include flex scheduling for weeks 14 through 18 and also feature 3 Monday Night Football doubleheaders per the NFL's VP of broadcast scheduling, Mike North, that and more. So, some changes. But I tell people, NFL's going to be there's going to be a different look next year with the National Football League as far as broadcasting. So y'all better as well get ready.
There's no doubt about that. And to be honest with you, I'm here for it. Chris Quinn.
Who's Chris Quinn?
Are you kidding me?
He's a coach over there.
You know this dude?
He used to play.
Chris,
he used to play for the. I think he played for the Spurs.
Well, yeah, he probably. Well, yeah. Well, that explains why he's a coach. Then, Spoelstra kind of runs, kind of like a pop. So no more Texans versus Jags.
Man, hell no. Calm down, Tatum. Hold on.
By the way, second half is started off the Celtics
all
at 6.
Day. Wow. Oh man.
By the way, Josh asks, is Jason Tatum top 5 right now?
Let's go back to that when NBA talks come around.
But yeah, Kenzie said he said he played for Miami, so that explains why he's on the staff then.
I'm not saying that he's not, but I don't know if he is.
Oh, in and out.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to that. I got to sit on that question. Let me go back to that for basketball for sure.
So, but let's stick on the NFL because we got to talk about this story that that's developed the last 48 hours ago, and that's the story with Drew Brees. So Drew Brees, we all know, retired last year, joined the Football Night in America crew on NBC, grew a new head of hair, pause. But now, I hate it.
Are you kidding me?
You said it wasn't a toupee.
Are you kidding me?
I'm just saying. But
the awkward silence afterwards pretty much summed that whole statement up.
Good point.
Was he for sure lying?
So Drew Brees, it's been reported about the New York Post that Drew Brees is out after 1 year at NBC. And let me say this: he just
he wasn't good.
Put the words out of my mouth. Pause.
He wasn't good at it.
And there's no disrespect. Drew Brees is still first ballot Hall of Famer, but this is not easy.
No, it's not.
And he learned. He called y'all game in the playoffs against the Bengals. And no disrespect to Drew Brees, he just was not good. And I get it. He wants to call games, but Chris Collinsworth ain't going nowhere no time soon.
He thought he was Tony Romo. He thought he could do that.
And this is where people are wondering with Brady. With Brady
has a personality.
And I personally think we're going to see it when he goes in the booth.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I think Mason Arnold brought up, what if the possibility of obviously Tampa Bay don't make the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Does he call the Super Bowl? He goes in the booth, or maybe does he call the Super Bowl? Goes in the booth with Burkhardt and probably Greg Olsen.
I think what needs to happen is, oh man, he caught a shoot to the face.
Yikes.
I think what needs to happen this year, and we all deserve this, we need to have Tom Brady as a guest on the Manning Cast.
Oh, he was there last year.
We did it again.
Oh, I guarantee he'll be there this year.
Again. More often. We need that again this year.
Melk asks, was he as bad as Jason Witten? Yes.
Yeah, he was terrible.
Yes. And it's no slight at Drew Brees, but Jason Witten was horrible.
Terrible.
So Fat just put in our group chat, Giannis, Embiid, KD, LeBron, Jokic as his top 5 right now.
I'm not mad at that top 5. Say it one more time.
Giannis, Embiid, Durant, Bron, Joker.
I got to look over Joker.
By the way, this is really a rhetorical question, but Luka's clearly the best player left in the playoffs, right?
It's not even close. And the second person is Jason Tatum. No disrespect to Jason Tatum, but Luka's just that good. I don't know, but all this does show you how good the Clippers defense is.
I thought you guys were going to say, I thought you, Ken said, I thought you were going to say as a guest on Sports for You. Hey, he's welcome to join us on Sports for You.
Oh, he don't want that smoke.
I don't know, man. Giselle might come on the show before Brady. Paco in the house.
Might go Air 51. Hey. Boy, oh boy. Imagine you making all that money and you still don't have much your wife.
Even if you think about the money he's going to make. He's made, when he's done, he's going to have $333 million. This deal alone is $375, and he's still not the breadwinner in his house. He's still not the
breadwinner in his house.
Josh saying, we're going to see this series. I got a feeling Steph going to go crazy.
I mean, he should.
And Mo says, you would get more views with her over Brady. Kinsey has best player left in the playoffs over Steph and Clay. Oh, Steph.
Of course.
It's Steph.
My bad, y'all. My fault. I didn't mean to say light years. I forgot the Warriors are there.
They're light years.
It's for sure. They're 1A. It's 1A, 1B with Curry and
yeah, they're light years ahead of everybody.
Yeah, after them, it's my fault, y'all. That was a misquote. My fault.
By the way, Paco said, "Did Mark go get Area 51 in person?" Now, Mark's at the Dodger game right now. Make sure y'all following him on Instagram at High on Mark. He's gonna be posting videos there. He'll be back next week though. Mark got to do some. He's on special assignment right now. So shout out to Mark hanging out with our friends over at Chavez Ravine. But like I said, it's going. Like I said, this broadcasting ain't easy. No. And Drew Brees learned the same way Jason Witten learned.
Mm-hmm.
They've tried to put Joe Montana learned.
No, it's not easy. Just because you were a great player don't mean you can be a great personality.
Facts.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, most of the job is personality and charisma. If you don't have it, you're done for it. What your knowledge of everything means nothing if you can't keep everybody engaged. That's what made Madden so great. Al Michaels.
Kinsey Paco said, "Let me guess host. I'll be there in 5 weeks. Hit us up."
Hey, for sure.
Hit us up. For real.
Most definitely.
Cool. Hit us up. Matter of fact, we'll talk after the show. I gotta ask Paco something. So yeah, definitely. We'll definitely try to have Paco in the building, man. Paco definitely keep it live. But yeah, now the rumors are going around. He put out a tweet saying his future is uncertain, even though the reports about he's out in NBC, which is pretty much true. By the way, my Uncle Kev said, "I want to see Beast Mode." Oh, you gotta put these comments in the message board, man. You coming with it? Miss Light said, "You guys need a chick guest host." Absolutely. Look, man, we will never ever turn down our faithful listeners.
Never,
especially with this technology. If you can't make it to LA, Nick Freeze will send you out how the connection, and you can hop on with us. So let us know.
Most
definitely, we're on our way to the next 100, and y'all are going to be a part of it.
Most definitely.
Kenzie saying, Ime Udoka is lighting his players up right now, and I love it. He's a great coach. Yeah, he should have been the coach of the Nets.
Cool.
Ime Udoka. You know where he was at? He was in Brooklyn on Steve Nash staff last year. Matter of fact, you know where he was at before that? He was in Philly before they hired Doc Rivers.
Are you kidding me?
And you know who he learned from? The great Greg Popovich.
Let me tell y'all something. If a guy comes from that coaching, I'm pretty much see it as you're going to have some type of success. I mean, look at Mike Budenholzer. Look what he did up over there. I really cannot believe that he got fired from Atlanta. Like, that was insane. Like, he got them their best. They won like 63 games or something crazy like that.
Yeah, they did. They were the best record, had the best record in the league.
Yeah, and they got rid of him like 2 years later. Like, for what?
Because they ran to that guy named LeBron.
I mean, Oh yeah, I got something to tell you about people about that later too. Spoiler alert.
No, was Melk said, by the way, Paco said that's huge. 1,000 to 1,000. Of course.
Oh yeah.
The next ESPN. Yeah, you're right. Number one sports podcast in the world. Sports for you. Y'all know what it is. Make sure y'all hitting that share button on Instagram, on YouTube, hitting that like button on YouTube. And if y'all and share this podcast on your social media, your Twitter, your Facebook, your IG, so that everybody knows. Follow Sports for You at Sports for You Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. At JWatson0984 on Twitter and Instagram. At Nick_Freeze on Instagram. At 99Gorilla on Twitter and Instagram. And at High on Mark on Instagram and at High on Mark1 on Twitter. So shout out. Thank you, Paco. Keep plugging. Melk says Ashley voice Doc Rivers needs to get canned. Well, this is the thing.
He needs to get what?
Fired.
Oh man. Man, look, where I'm from, Cam means something that I almost hit canceling the comments quick.
Are you kidding me?
So Kenzie said Ashley Bush, aka Mr. Come on, Kenzie, man.
Man, come on, dude. Oh my God. Air 51 the comments. Jesus Christ.
Come on, you can't be just throwing that J word out there like that, man.
Huh?
I said the J word. Well, ouch. That was for you, Mark.
What?
Not like that. Pause, man.
Are you
Go ahead.
kidding me?
All right. By the way, while I bring this up, shout out to I Am Hype.
Most definitely.
Shout out to I Am Hype. We'll keep y'all posted. We hopped on an interview, did our first interview. Shout out to Flow Rider. Got on the D Wade throwback and got the Larry O.B. chain. He got the Larry O.B. chain on. Shout out to Flow Rider, courtside. Yeah, Kenzie, forgive me, man.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But shout out to the I Am Hype podcast in Philly.
Most definitely.
We hopped on with him on Sunday. We'll let y'all know about the details of that real soon. We got some other people who've been hitting us up, and we might have some big news about us on the award side. I can't say it now, but I think I'm gonna tell you about off the air. So, but we can't say it yet. So Paco asking, you guys think we keeping Westbrook after management acts during? Oh yeah, I'm gonna say this: if he's not traded by draft day or January or July or by the time Summer League in, he'll start the season with the Lakers and they'll try to move him at the deadline because there'll be pennies on the dollar.
He'll be gone at the deadline.
By the way, Kenzie said, shout out to Hugs. You mean Tough Juice, right? Tough Juice. Kenzie put Hugs Juice. I'm like, you mean Tough Juice? I'm just talking about Caron Butler. Yeah, shout out to Montreal. I had a...
What the heck? Hugs? What is that?
I'm assuming he's talking about... I'm assuming that's a typo. He meant Tough Juice because Caron Butler is an assistant for the Heat. As Jalen... By the way, the Heat are up now by 4 if y'all not watching the game on ESPN right now.
Are you kidding me?
By the way, anybody but Boston. Kenzie, Paco, y'all know what it is. Anybody but Boston. I'm rooting for Jason Kidd personally. Oh, no. No. Yeah, that's what that is. He's Kenzie know what it is. That's brother from the hood. He know what this is. He's talking about the product.
Oh, yeah. Good old cold water.
That's
there we
right.
go.
He right. He know what it was. Shout out to Kenzie. I apologize.
Yeah, Man, yeah, I'm about to say player.
So Trail said, I had an old D-Wade jersey I bought years ago. By the way, I went through a fabulous phase. It was the stupidest thing in my life. Young and dumb. You just don't know no better. I gave a phase where I was going like fab every week wearing different jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you wish you had all those jerseys still, huh?
No, I don't. I'm glad I got all Laker jerseys in my closet. So I gave Montreal my D-Wade jersey yesterday at work. So hope it brings them some good luck and they beat the Celtics in these conference finals.
Hold on. For the people who the disrespect that I've been seeing online to Dwayne Wade when it comes to this subject, Dwayne Wade is the third best shooting guard of all time.
And it's not close.
Third best shooting guard of all time.
It's MJ, Kobe, D-Wade, and y'all can have the rest. And don't worry, we'll get into shooting guards like James Harden, Mr. Beverly. Don't worry, we're gonna broach that conversation.
Patrick Beverly gonna call him out names too.
Oh, definitely. He's on my calling out names too.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the comments. Obviously, Lisa's back in the house. Shout out. So start yes, and then what was out there? Yeah. You right. No, that was Paco was asking about the Westbrook thing. He said, yeah. Everyone's saying, everyone on some Buck Boston. Whatever, Josh. Lakers jersey is trash. Whatever.
Well,
But yeah, as I close on this topic, we don't get to the hoops. On Drew Brees, look, I don't think he's coming back to the NFL. I know he put that out there, but it was said that his shoulder is really bad. And obviously, Jameis is still coming off the torn ACL. You don't want to have two quarterbacks pretty much on the shelf to start the season. I know they signed Andy Dalton to be the backup, so obviously that shows you that they probably have more faith that Winston will be back sooner. By the way, Kenzie said top 3 shooting guards, Kobe, Jordan, AI. Man, y'all not finna look, Kenzie, man.
bruh, AI is not better than Dwayne Wade. Look, y'all need to get over this scoring points thing. No, listen, y'all fail to forget. Dwayne Wade did lead the league in scoring 1 year. Don't get me wrong, AI did it 4 times. But oh my goodness, whoa!
Bam Adebayo said that's why I should have been defensive player of the year.
No, you shouldn't.
Well, he shouldn't have, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Good block.
What Dwayne Wade did on offense and on defense was ridiculous. And I'm not talking about them little passing lane things that AI used to do. This dude, Dwayne Wade, legitimately locked people up.
Michael Kevin said publicity stunt. He talking about with Breeze.
Man,
Paco agrees with us. He said no, all love, but no AI.
no.
Breeze gross scar has better. He said Breeze gross scar has a better chance of healing over him returning. That's from my boy Mo.
Bruh.
Are you kidding
It's
me?
cold. And Jimmy Butler, yeah.
I remember when Drew Brees went on Oprah and she tried to wipe his scar off. That was the most horrible moment of you did no research on your guest and I've ever seen.
By the way, Boston has not made a field goal in this third quarter yet. They are 0 for 6. Miami is 5 for 10.
That's because they're not going to the basket. They keep trying to shoot. Look. Stop trying to get fouled. Look.
Yeah. Oh, dunk bait in that timeout. Josh says, who did D Wade lock up? What legit player did he lock up?
What legit player did he lock up?
Montreal said, now I'm on set, can't do without Bosch, but no shot at him. He said, we can do without Bosch, but no shot at him. Man, but Chris Bosch was important. Wow. Paco said, Kobe and broke his nose. Sorry, but facts. Oh, man. Look, I personally think D-Wade's the third best shooting guard of all time. And that's not a slight at AI. I know AI played 2 guard, but you know what I'm saying? I always look at him as a point guard, even though Eric Snow was there, but I get it.
And Dwayne Wade was an undersized 2 guard. He was only 6'4". He was an undersized 2 guard. During the time the 2 guards was 6'6", 6'8".
D-Wade did not lock up Kobe. D-Wade locked up Kobe when?
Whoa, hold on.
Paco said D-Wade locked up Kobe. Like when?
Whoa. Hold on.
Hold on now.
Hold up. I don't know how I don't know. I'm not going to go there with that one.
I don't remember that.
I'm about to see
some tape.
I mean, if it's tape there for me seeing it, hey, I'm all there for it. Yeah. I've personally never seen it.
Yeah,
I've seen him have some cold battles before, though. There's no doubt about that.
D-Wade did break Kobe's nose in the All-Star game. That's true.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I don't remember him locking up Kobe at anything.
Nah. The only reason why Dwayne Wade couldn't be the best shooting guard in the league because Kobe was there. Only reason why.
Mo, this is foul, and obviously he's from Toronto. Bosch resembles a Velociraptor.
He like a real raptor.
So we don't care for him in Toronto. Ouch.
I mean, hey, which I thought he was just eating them stats because he was balling over there with y'all. I ain't from the front.
Ouch.
Maybe if he would have had Kyle Lowry, he would have felt the same way they do about DeRozan.
Are you kidding me?
I don't think Chris Bosh would have cried if he got traded, though.
Well, Chris Bosh could have been Laker at one time, but whatever. But you want to try Andrew Bynum? All right. Josh said Gilbert used to give Kobe, Wade, Bron, everybody buckets. Shout out Hibachi. Gil got buckets, man. You ain't gonna not build Gil.
Oh yeah, he was a scoring machine.
Kenzie said the closest I've seen to Kobe getting locked up was against T-Mac.
No, you're crazy. The closest I've seen Kobe getting locked up was against Paul Pierce.
Don't bring that up.
That's the closest I've ever seen Kobe getting locked up. I'm going to be honest with you. Was Paul Pierce. That was the closest I've seen it.
Do not bring that up.
That is the closest I've ever seen Kobe to getting locked up was against Paul Pierce. And I hate Paul Pierce. Well, now I do. I used to like Paul Pierce when he was a player, but he became the media and started becoming a hater.
Oh, he was at the game on Sunday.
He probably was hating.
He was sitting next to Robert Kraft. By the way, it is 18-2 in the third quarter, Miami over Boston. Because right now the Heat are up 8.
Are you kidding me?
So yeah, but yeah, that's in on the Drew Brees. I don't think he's coming back. They will need to come back and just leave it at that.
This is the slowest fast break I've ever seen.
So let's get into the hoops. And Paco said, "I'm not drinking anymore today." That's funny.
4 of the 6 field goal attempts by the Celtics were blocked. Shout out to Miami defense.
And there's another steal.
Look, sit down. Nope. Kick the ball out.
Got it. Heat up 10. Wow.
Boston over here falling apart.
This is a remix.
Oh, another one.
Another steal.
Jimmy.
Oh,
Foul.
And one. No, they didn't call foul?
What? No, and what?
Wow.
Look, another one. Look, about to be another one. Watch this.
Spost. Montrell said he got the Greek freak for calling out names. Oh, we'll get to that.
What did he do?
Esteban, my boy Esteban from Showtime Foreman House. How he culture looking? Yeah, they're stealing everything, Esty. They're stealing everything right now. They're up 12.
I mean, they got like 4 defensive players on the court. Look, Bam,
Bad pass.
Jimmy, PJ Tucker. That was a terrible pass. Anybody, I could have stole that.
Yeah,
That
hesitate.
was terrible.
Patience, boom. And then look at and watch.
Look, oh my God, yeah, that was a bad pass on Jason Tatum. You should have seen him.
Communication too.
You got to talk. Look, he looked at him the whole time. Look, he seen it the whole time.
People forget Jimmy Butler before he became this version of Jimmy Butler.
He was a defensive player. Look, I always said this. There's 3 players in the league that are basically the same player.
By the way, Melk said he got Devin Booker on calling out names. Oh boy.
There's 3 players in the league that's basically the same player, just different tiers. Paul George, Jimmy Butler, Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is the top tier in that, and whoever else you want to have second is up to you. But they're all basically the same player. And each one of them went from being defensive players and being offensive stars, and now all of a sudden they're superstar players. Well, Jimmy Butler's a superstar in the playoffs, not in the regular season.
By the way, so
He's a star.
you think they're not missing Marcus Smart right now?
People tend to forget. Who cares if Marcus Smart not there? They ain't got Kyle Lowry.
That's true.
You know what they missing? Al Horford.
And he won't be back for the least. He won't be back till they get to Boston because he's in health and safety protocols.
Yep, he's done.
That was a total
man
blow that they weren't expecting. So what Esteban is saying, Spo changed his defensive scheme at halftime. He closed the paint and forced his rolls to the side. No more easy lobs. Good point. Good observation there, Steve, on that one. So I'm looking at some more of the comments. Paco said, "Here's a statement. Can Miami be under the radar and win it this season?" Yeah, they can win it this season. They're the number one. They were number 1 team in the East.
They're not under the radar. The thing is, they're like the Spurs. You know, the Spurs. They're not flashy. You know, they don't have They don't have Timberlake's a superstar, but they have like the superstar presence,
right.
Like like the personality and all that. So they don't have that over there. They're a team. They're blue collar. They go out there. They play fundamental basketball. They play great defense. They're not out here shooting a bunch of 3-pointers over there, throwing lobs and all that crazy stuff. Their game isn't flashy, but it's technical and it's so great. It's like a breath of fresh air.
Right. So Paco. Couple questions. Kenzie asks, "Is Tatum and Jaylen Brown? Can Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown be that same player?" Yeah, they can.
Yeah,
they can. We've seen it. They just have to stay focused. They can. They can. By the way, Esty said that's a great comp which you use with the Spurs.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
And Paco said, "Will Kyle Lowry be back?" We just gotta wait and see.
Kyle Lowry doesn't get a lot of respect.
Look, man, Spo, they're doing the right thing. That's a hamstring injury. You don't.
No, you don't play that. And at his age, I'm cool. Yeah, don't do that.
So let him. So let's talk about the NBA, the second round. Now we're on to the conference finals. So we have the Heat versus the Celtics. We're watching right now. Then tomorrow we'll have Game 1 of the West between the Mavs and the Warriors.
Luka the Don.
So let's start off with the team that got eliminated first, and that was the Philadelphia 76ers. No. Matter of fact, we're gonna say them for last because they're gonna transition to calling out names. We'll say them for last.
Yeah,
because they're actually gonna be transitioning to what calling out names is. Oh yeah.
Man, look, I'm about to say yeah.
So we'll save them. But let's start with the Memphis Grizzlies. Obviously, lose Ja Morant with injury during this series, and obviously they
weren't going to win that.
They blew them out in Game 5, but we knew Golden State was inevitable.
They weren't going to win that series even if Ja played. I don't care what nobody says. They weren't ready. They in all honesty,
Josh said, "Let's talk about Philly. It's no point." Tell that to Patrick Beverly, Josh.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So I'm looking at their contract situation for next year. Kyle Anderson's a free agent. Tyus Jones is a free agent. And that's it.
I mean, everybody's selling their rookie contracts. I mean,
obviously, Steven Adams is an expiring contract.
The next person that's due to get paid is going to be what's his name? Jaren Jackson.
Well, no, he got paid already.
He did just get paid. You're right.
His contract kicks in next year. He's going to start making 28.
I forgot. He did just he resigned for the season starter. I forgot about that.
No, he got paid. Ja has to get paid. Dylan Brooks has to get paid.
Ooh.
Dylan Brooks is right now on 11.4. His contract is expiring at 11.4 this year.
Oh man.
Don't worry. We're going to get into Pat Bev, Paco. Don't worry. Believe that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And then Ja's still on his rookie deal. And obviously, he's going to get, and we know he'll get his.
He about to get the crazy bag.
He'll get a crazy bag. Desmond Bane is still on his rookie deal.
He'll get a bag too when it's time for him.
So pretty much, look, this is pretty much going to be their roster. They just add some more veterans. Maybe do you trade Steven Adams, see if you can find some more.
Steven Adams.
Yep.
Trade him to the Lakers.
And Josh says that's a good point. They need a playmaker other than Ja. 100% agree.
They need Josh. The thing is, they need a point guard over there that's going to set everything up. They need the leader on the floor, the guy that's going to initiate everything. You know, it doesn't have to always be a point guard. It could be a two guard that's pretty good that can do that.
Well, that's why I'm kind of crazy when I think about it. For them, when they got Rondo and then they bought Rondo out, because I thought he would have been the perfect mentor for Ja.
Well, obviously Rondo got his own issues,
and we're not going to win. Obviously, that's a story within itself.
Yeah, bro, we got to address that one next week because we don't end them details out for that one.
Yeah, that's just crazy. If y'all know the story, what's going on with Rajon Rondo, go holler at your peoples over at TMZ. They got it. I don't really want to discuss it right now.
Yeah.
By the way, on another NFL story, since they're talking about all this, Deshaun Watson did start meeting with the NFL this morning. Josh said, Paco said he didn't love Steven Adams on the Lakers. Mm-hmm.
Steven Adams would be great for the Lakers.
And then Josh said he disagreed. Ja has the ball and makes great plays. Plus, he takes over when necessary. Wow. Paco says Steven Adams. He doesn't look like Aquaman. Calls him Aquaman. So their contracts are pretty much set. They just got to probably get some more veterans to put around the guys. Because obviously your core is Jaren Jackson, Desmond Bane, I guess Dylan Brooks, and then you decide if you want to bring Kyle Anderson back, Tyus Jones, guys like that. Because you pretty much got your core there. So now let's go over to the two teams who were in the finals last year who are both taking early exits. Let's start off with the reigning champs, and that is the Milwaukee Bucks, as we're in Cancun, coach. By the way, Raphael Henderson has said, yes, we need vets. So obviously he's a Grizzlies fan, so he agrees they need vets. The Memphis Grizzlies, obviously, then their road to a repeat was ended by these Boston Celtics on Sunday. Obviously, they lost Chris Middleton in the first round. Giannis couldn't do him by himself, and and obviously Boston just couldn't miss. Kenzie said, "Russ for Steven Adams, book it." There you go.
You lost your mind. You don't trade a guard for a center. That's crazy.
So I'm looking at their contract situation before you go, Nick. Obviously, they traded for Serge Ibaka. He's off the books. Pat Connaughton has a qualifying offer. Bobby has a player option. Bobby Portis has a player option. Wesley Matthews is unrestricted. Obviously, we're not even gonna talk about the Nas's. Giannis's brother. He's just
there.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it. As far as players, so pretty much every guy, Giannis, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday are all signed for big money. Brook Lopez is an aspiring contract at 13.9.
He's going nowhere.
George Hill's an aspiring contract at $4 million.
Get him up out of here. You can find somebody else to do what George Hill does.
And then obviously Grayson Allen, he's there at 9.3.
They're going to re-sign him. They like him over there.
Go ahead, Nick.
The irony in this whole thing I'm about to say is the fact of I never thought I would say this. Milwaukee needed Chris Middleton.
And Kinsey and right when you say that, Kinsey says everyone laughed at me when I said Chris Middleton was that dude. Now look, let's say this. Giannis is still that dude, but Chris Middleton, I think, if he did not show his value by not being in this series, he proved it. By the way, Melk says Serge was busy cooking too many exotic animals. That's cold.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he over there barbecuing marsupials and everything up over there. I don't know what the hell he was doing. But
by the way, Mark just sent me just texted us a picture from Dodger Stadium.
What's the score of the Dodger game?
It's 2-2 right now. And by the way, Dodgers are playing 3 games in 24 hours.
What?
They're playing 3 games in 24 hours. This is the second of a doubleheader today. They played at 12 o'clock today.
How the hell is that even possible?
Because the Arizona Diamondbacks was supposed to be their home opener before the lockout.
So they played 2 games in one day?
They played today at 12. They're playing right now. And then they play tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Then they got to travel Thursday because they got a weekend series with the Phillies.
What?
Yes. Thank you, Rob Manfred, in this stupid lockout.
So, bro, this is the dumbest thing I have ever heard.
They literally played.
So
they're legally played 3 games in 24 hours.
Look. So we have a situation where we have a professional team is going to play 2 highly competitive games in one day and still have to play another game tomorrow.
By the way, my boy New Don from Buffalo in the house. He says, yeah, that knockout hurts. By the way, Kinsey said, shout out to Martin Lawrence with the marsupials comment.
Dog, this is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. Baseball never ceases to amaze me. Rob Manfred is an idiot.
Uncle Kev said, that's never happened. He said, yeah. I don't think that's never happened to have 3 games in 24 hours. Now,
that's never happened. Look,
double headers happens all the time. But
look, usually stuff like that happens after you stop playing youth football in Pop Warner.
And usually double headers will be the last game before you leave on the trip.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. This is stupid.
So obviously
2 games in one. What the hell type of crap is that? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, they played at 12 and they're playing at 7. They asked Mookie Betts, what are you gonna do between the games? He said sleep. So Uncle Kev says baseball, they're gonna get overboard by being on the field. Yeah, say Paco said prayers to Buffalo. That's right. Obviously, New Don. Obviously, he stays in Buffalo.
Yeah, most definitely.
So that was right in his backyard. So glad that he's safe and his family is safe.
I can't get over that.
We played 3. They played 3 games they played 3 games. They're only gonna play 3 games in 24 hours. A 12 o'clock game today, a 7 o'clock game right now, and a 1 o'clock game tomorrow.
Woo! Shout out to Miami. Lord, have mercy.
By the way, since we're talking NBA, we're gonna get into the draft lottery in a minute. Because obviously we're gonna. Matter of fact, let's do that because these last 2 teams they're not gonna like this segment.
Oh, we got it!
Good block by Tice on Dwayne Dedman. Sorry, Chris Camillo. But the NBA draft before this game started, the NBA draft lottery took place. Kinsey said that's like when the NBA has back. That was the lockout year. Remember the first year, the lockout year in 2011, the Lakers played 3 games in a row. The first 3 days of the season, played 3 games in 3 days. Good defense by Tice. Then they were playing. Each team had to play a 3 game in a row set. Back to back to back to back.
John, I've never seen as many blocks in the NBA game in my life.
That's just good defense, bro.
Like on both sides. Like usually it'd be like one team just dominating with the block. It's like both teams got 7 blocks apiece.
That's our boy Devon. He's a Dwayne Dedman fan. He's crying somewhere seeing that block.
How were you a fan of Dwayne Dedman?
Are you kidding me?
Udon said, yeah, that was in my hood. Literally on the way. He was literally on his way to the store.
Whoa.
Wow. Oh my. Remember,
Whoa.
that's how they say danger seen and unseen. And that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
But he got them, but Biden was in his city day, so well, hopefully everything goes well there. But but again, the draft is going down this week. It went down. They had the lottery that went down today. So the Orlando Magic will have the first pick in this year's NBA draft. Followed by the Oklahoma City Thunder.
One of their 1,000 draft picks they got in the first round.
By the way, they have 2.
They only have 2 this year?
They have 2 lottery picks because they also get y'all pick from the Paul George trade. The Houston Rockets will pick 3. And then the Sacramento Kings jumped up from where they were to number 4, making the Portland Trailblazers drop in the draft.
David Lillard for sure will be on a different team next year.
So Jonathan Givony, SD. Jason Tatum's got picked again. That was by Oladipo. Miami is suffocating Boston right. They are. That is a sign of a good coach, Eric Spoelstra. Shout out to Tough Juice again. So Jonathan Givony from ESPN's draft expert at Draft Express already.
Man, you didn't get hit in the face. Stop it.
That's why I said Miami giving Tatum that Lynn treatment right now. Picking him up 94 feet.
Oh, that's funny.
So Jonathan Givony from Draft Express has his lottery, his mock draft already for the lottery.
Look at this little.
Who got hit in the face? Well, he got glazed.
No, he didn't. Now watch this. Watch what he does afterwards.
He flopped. Come on, Deadman, really?
That's on the ref. The ref,
Boy,
is
that
garbage.
These refs are blind as a bat. I swear, man.
These refs are terrible.
But so here's the lottery. How he has the mock draft going. He has Jabari Smith from Auburn as the number 1 pick going to Orlando. Number 2, the Thunder, Gonzaga's Chet Holmgren.
Ooh.
So you put him with Josh Giddey and SGA.
Ooh, they might have some action. Hey, that'll be nice.
He has Houston taking Paolo Banchero from Duke. Passing out balls on the glaze. Sacramento taking Iowa's Keegan Murray.
He's pretty good too.
The Pistons taking Purdue guard Jaden Ivey.
So they're trying to get the backcourt going, huh?
Pretty much.
I ain't mad at them.
Block again.
It's a block party out here. This is ridiculous. Like 2K out here.
The Pacers taking Kentucky's Shadon Sharp.
It doesn't matter. They suck.
Portland taking Memphis's Jalen Duren. The Pelicans with the pick they got from the Lakers.
Another steal.
Wow.
Get that out of here!
Another block. You can say this.
Get out of here!
But you can say this.
Wow.
Neither team is not lacking for effort on defense. They're not lacking for effort on defense.
I'm watching this whole series.
Oh, this is gonna be on.
Yeah, this is the series to watch because this next series is about to be terrible.
The Pelicans, Naismith. The Pelicans with the pick they got from the Lakers would get AJ Griffin from Duke. The Spurs getting Dyson Daniels from the G League Ignite team.
Are you kidding me?
The Wizards getting Wisconsin's Johnny Davis at 10. The New York Knicks getting Arizona's Benedict Martharin on the Knicks. The Thunder with the pick they got from y'all getting Osme Dieng from the New Zealand Breakers.
What is his name again?
Osman Dieng.
Are you kidding me?
Are
you kidding me?
Charlotte getting Duke center Mark Williams. And the Cavs in the lottery will get Ohio State shooting guard Malachi Branham. By the way, some notable names from the tournament. Kansas' Ochai Ajabi going to Charlotte. You had Ty Washington Jr. going 16 to the Hawks. Jeremy Sokan from Baylor going 18 to the Bulls. Nikola now be clear when I say this. Nikola Jokic from Mega Mazart. I don't know where that is.
His name is Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, Jovic.
Jovic.
Yeah, so not Jokic, Jovic. Just wanted to bring that out. Spurs
Well, technically, we've been saying Joker's name wrong anyways. So his name is Jokic.
Right. So
it wouldn't even matter. We've been saying his name wrong anyways.
Spurs getting Tennessee's Kennedy Chandler. The Nuggets getting Marjon Beauchamp from G League Ignite. Memphis getting Blake Wesley from Notre Dame. Brooklyn, Walker Kessler from Auburn. Yeah, Bucks getting EJ Liddell from Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Kendall Brown from Baylor going to Spurs. Jaden Hardy from G League Ignite. That's another G League player going to Dallas.
Third one, isn't it?
Yeah. Trevor Keels from Duke going to Miami. The Warriors getting Christian Braun from Kansas. Bryce McGowan from Nebraska to Memphis. And then the Thunder have a third pick. They get Caleb Houston from Michigan to round out the first round. That's how the first round will go. By the way, Lakers have no picks. Just letting y'all know that now.
A lot of the Clippers.
So, by the way, y'all have a second round pick. They have y'all taking Jalen Williams from Santa Clara at 43.
I mean,
Paco said Liddell coming back to school. Well, no, they got him on the mock, Paco, so he must still going to stay in the draft.
Yeah, it's like this is 50-50 right now.
He still got time. The combine is this week, so we'll see. But yeah,
Williams has 4 fouls.
As in Grant Williams?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he didn't play most of the third quarter behind those fouls too.
All right, let's get to these sorry Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns, your former Western Conference champions.
The imposters I said they were last year and this year.
The team that did not listen to Kendrick Lamar and they said, be humble.
That team was cocky for no reason.
Not only did you lose to the Dallas Mavericks in 7 games.
I got dog walked. Smacked.
They renamed y'all arena American Airlines Center. Kenzie wants to call out Vince McMahon. Look, I know why you want to call out the chairman, but let's wait till we hear the whole story. I know what people were saying.
I haven't heard anything about it. We'll talk about it in a second.
Well, but let's wait till your story, because I know what people are comparing it to, but Kenzie, I got another scenario you could compare it to when you hear me. Trust me.
Luka turned them into the Slovenian Express.
Luka Doncic had 27. The Suns had 27 points at halftime, and so did Luka Doncic. They were up by almost 50.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
You remember during the regular season when that happened to us? And everybody clowned us?
Yeah.
Calling us trash?
Yeah.
And all that?
Yeah.
At least I was regular season.
Yeah. Not in game 7. Relax, Paco. Trust me.
My team lost a 3-1 lead and got blown out, but Lord.
Marcus Smart is basically lighting a
Man.
well, he's the heart and soul of that team. I know it's killing him. He's not out there right now.
Should have been the Lakers.
Ooh, Marcus Smart? Well, it was either him or Julius. Well, I think had Boston took Julius Randle, they would have drafted him.
Good move. Money.
Oh, side of the backboard.
That's terrible. That's terrible. You rushed
Heat
that
are
shot.
up 17 right now.
Yeah, this game getting ugly. Tyler Hero about to score on them.
I go right the buck. Oh, that is mismatch.
Oh, dang.
That is a mismatch.
Easy money.
What are you doing? Go.
Easy money.
Good.
What?
Why are you going?
What are you doing?
Shoot.
Oh, good pass. Oh,
Good ball fake. Gotta make that. Get the ball.
It's all good.
All right, but
yeah, Phoenix there.
they stink.
Yeah.
They stink. They stink.
I got you with this one, John.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
For every single person who believed the media
Good block again.
and all this crap about Devin Booker being the next Kobe,
Stephen A. Smith.
sit down.
Please. By the way, that clip resurfaced on social media yesterday. I was like, man, heck, what people thinking? I don't want to hear nobody ever put Devin Booker in the same sentence as the late great Kobe Bean Bryant. Ever! Ever!
I'll have to agree.
Because this is not the first time he came up small when it counted. What happened in Game 6 last year in the finals?
What happened before Chris Paul got there?
Thank you, Uncle Mike. No. You know how many playoff appearances that Devin Booker had before Chris Paul got there?
Man, Devin Booker got happy because he played good. He went undefeated in the bubble and lost his mind.
0. Our boy New Don said the Suns and the Jazz are the same team, just a regular season team.
I think Phoenix might be worse. We know what the Jazz problem is. But they got two players don't get along. I don't know what the hell Phoenix problem is.
They're overrated. And
All the way.
Monty Williams is a great coach.
He sure is.
Look, Esteban said Boston's so quiet right now you can hear it you can hear their bright red faces. That's cold.
Yeah, the luck of the Irish ain't helping tonight.
Nah. Ain't no Shamrocks. Ain't no Shamrocks. You gotta be aggressive. They're down the dub. This game is curtains.
Yeah, they getting dubbed right now. This is nasty.
Yeah. Back to these Suns. Y'all were down 45, 46, near 50 points in a Game 7.
That's unheard of. That's unheard of. How are you down by 50 points?
Hold on, Montreal. You're not a Kobe fan, but he's never, ever folded in a game. Hey, come on. That's right. Yeah, that comparison was laughable to me, too. I thought I was being punked when I heard it. I was out of here. Devin Booker and Kobe. Stop it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. This team is good, but they're only good as they are because they got the point guard on their team. And he came up short, too.
By the way, I said this, and people thought I was... Chris Paul turned 37 and just forgot how to play basketball. It's crazy. And now we find out he was dealing with a quad injury.
Yeah, because I peeped that, too, like, when the game was over, and they showed him he was limping. I'm like, what? I'm like, when did this happen? Then, you said after the game was over with, they ended up saying he had a quad injury, and he played through it. Shout out to him, should probably be a soldier, but let me tell y'all something about this, because it's gonna lead into the next segment as well. This Chris Paul slander that I've been seeing on the internet lately.
Patrick Beverly.
I'm not even including Patrick Beverly because Patrick Beverly slander is on calling out names.
Facts.
But everybody that's doing all this stuff about Chris Paul have to remember one thing. Y'all expecting 37-year-old Chris Paul to do the same thing he did when he was 27-year-old Chris Paul. It's not possible. There's no reason, oh my goodness, there's no reason why Chris Paul at 37 years old, at 6 feet tall, should be Phoenix Suns' best player. I'm sorry.
By the way, Kingsey just said there's only one team that can win with a light-skinned dude, and that can be their best player, and that team is Golden State.
That dude ain't normal. He a whole different breed. They might try to get Bam up out of here.
If you don't want to get.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
you're up 20.
Just go ahead and sit them there. I'm talking about the refs.
Oh, they call flagrant.
Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to call. But back to the Phoenix. Phoenix, y'all got stomped. Y'all supposed to be this great defensive team and all this crazy stuff.
I'm out of here.
Mikal Bridges supposed to be, this defensive guy or whatever.
Yeah.
And let me tell y'all something. Y'all have to realize this. There's levels to this NBA game.
And y'all aren't there.
at all. Y'all can have a better record, but guess what though? When you have a guy that's that much better than the next best player on the court, and which is Luka, it's difficult because at the end of the day, you can say what you want about him on defense. I mean, there's plenty of Hall of Famers and great players that didn't play no defense. Go ahead, John.
How tall is DeAndre Ayton?
6'11".
There's no way. How tall is Luka?
6'7", and he backed him down.
Don't ever.
Look,
Wow.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
6'11", 250 versus 6'7", 230.
And it was easy work.
Every time.
Easy.
To the point he got sat down.
So we're seeing they're making the decision if Bam.
And the same thing happened to DeAndre Ayton last year when it was time for him to bang with the big boys out there in Milwaukee, and Giannis got him up out of here. When it's time for Phoenix to play these big boys up over here, it's a different game.
By the way, Eric Spoelstra, this is his 6th Eastern Conference Finals. He has a 5-0 record. He'll be 6-0 after this series.
No doubt. This and I hate going back to my boys because even though we didn't make the playoffs.
By the way, they just gave him a flagrant one.
All right, cool. I figured that. I hate to go back to my boys because we didn't make the playoffs, but that shows you how the next level of defense that dudes like Kawhi and Paul George play.
Right.
Because
Sean Alonzo.
Most definitely. You have to be even though this dude may drop 40 on you, you got to stop him at the right time. And the thing is, you can't let these offensive players go crazy on you in the fourth quarter. That's the last thing you want to do. He can drop 40 points. If he only give me 3 points in the fourth quarter, I'm cool with that. I'm extra cool with that. But the thing is, Phoenix still had nobody else to stop the other guys. Because it wasn't just Luka killing them. They'll get killed by Spencer Dinwiddie.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
He killed them.
Jalen Brunson.
They were killing them.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
These are the same dudes that the Clippers deal with every year when we go to the playoffs in the first round. And, people talk so crazy about them. I'm like, man, look, this team is good. If they played us, they would have beat somebody. They would have beat them. If it wouldn't have played us, they would have beat them. This team is very good. They should have went way farther than the first round these past 2 years, but they couldn't because they played a team that was that good on defense. You have to have these level of defenders to beat dudes like him, and that's what it's coming down to. And they didn't have it. Or if they did, they didn't have the guys that was willing to step up. They were scared. They played scared.
I'm gonna say this.
And Devin Booker, you're not a tough guy.
No, you're not.
I don't know what you've been acting like a tough guy for the past 2 years. I've been hearing all the chirping you've been doing. You've been chirping at Paul George. You've been chirping at you chirped at Chris Paul the year before he went up over there. I remember you chirping up over there. You've been doing a lot of chirping. And guess what? These NBA guys, they remember. That's why Anthony Edwards posted what he said. He remembers. These dudes remember that. They remember all this chirping you do. When it comes down to time you get these L's, you hearing from everybody.
That's true, SD. I just saw the stat. Yeah. Spo's undefeated in the conference finals.
Eric Spoelstra is a better coach than Doc Rivers.
Another fun stat, he's 17-1 in a series where he's favored. Only loss, of course, when Bron obviously didn't show up, wet the bed against Dallas. That's true.
Yeah. For sure.
He's a good coach. He's one of the top 15 coaches of all time. Period.
Better coach than Doc Rivers.
Yeah, we're going to get to him in a minute.
Glenn.
It said Kenzie said you can't be tough and cry a double team. His biggest mistake was chirping at his daddy Luka. He needed that spanking. Oladipo and one.
That series was lost. That moment when Luka had that ball and Devin Booker came out and snatched out his hand. And Luka gave him that look like, okay, watch this.
So you guys are number front runners.
Front runners. Nobody on that team is on Luka level. Even the great Chris Paul. They're not on that level.
Now on to Mr. DeAndre Ayton.
Cool.
The guy. By the way, here's the what if, Nick.
Yeah.
And I know this is hindsight 2020.
Yes.
Had Phoenix, who had just hired Igor Kokozlov, the Slovenian national coach. Who did he coach over there?
Luka.
And I get, and look, we got in this debate, about DeAndre Ayton and everything. But let's be 100, man. You had people like Mina Kimes with articles about Luka, and she covers the NFL. before she went strictly NFL, when she was doing stuff in the magazine. So you imagine what if Luka's in Phoenix? Devin Booker's not the one. They don't go get Chris Paul.
I think Devin Booker is traded. You see what happened with Dennis Smith when he got up over there?
So I'm looking at their financial situation right now. The biggest question is with DeAndre Ayton. He has a $16.4 million qualifying offer. Mm-hmm. So they're either going to make him a restricted free agent or remove the qualifying offer and let him walk. If they do that, you have to be the stupidest franchise. If you don't want to keep him, you go get a sign and trade. I know Mark brought up earlier, we talked earlier, he brought this up on Twitter. Dallas should make a run at DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
I'm looking at their contract situation. Obviously, that's going to be the biggest question. JaVale McGee is off the books. Aaron Gordon, he wasn't. Aaron Holiday, he wasn't a factor like that. But their roster is pretty much set for next year. Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Jay Crowder's on an expiring contract. They hope Dario Saric will be back from his torn ACL. And he's on an expiring contract. You still got 2 more years of Cameron Payne. Whew. Obviously, you just paid Mikal Bridges, so his new deal is going to kick in starting next year.
It just so happened they just paid everybody.
Torrey Craig, I didn't think he got that much run.
Torrey Craig is terrible.
And then obviously my guy Cam Johnson from UNC.
No.
And then Landry Shamet. That's their roster. Their roster is pretty much going to be the same roster next year.
Yeah, there's not too much wiggle room with their as far as financial. They can they're gonna get a couple of guys on some little
Kinsey said Utah should sign and trade him for Gobert.
No. I don't know if they do that. I don't know how much better that makes Phoenix. They will improve defensively, but what DeAndre Ayton brings offensively is what makes him special. I don't know. Their situation is weird because DeAndre Ayton is still. Did he get knocked out?
I think he'll be all right. Ooh,
that was an ugly collision.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, you don't want to let centers who can, you just don't let big men leave, especially when they're young and they're talented for sure. You don't let them just walk away. Like you said, if they let him walk away, they'll be the biggest idiots you could think of because he's gonna go somewhere else and extremely prosper. Because and shout out to him because people forget. Oh man, he caught an elbow to the back of the head.
Ouch.
People forget that right before the year before Chris Paul that got there. He got suspended.
Yeah.
But he came back averaging like about 20 points a game, almost. And he was playing very well. And when Chris Paul got there, he adjusted his game to being a third option. And throughout that process, unfortunately for him, other people start getting mixed in with the offense as well. That's when Bridges started being involved more in the offense and stuff like that. So he kind of failed to like a third, fourth option at times.
Mm-hmm.
And that tends to happen when he got 5 fouls.
Yeah.
That tends to happen sometimes when you get these type of players on your team and you're a big who hasn't taken that next step yet. And I'm not saying that he can't take that next step, but we all know sometimes take these center power forwards, a few. Sometimes these dudes don't really prosper till after their rookie contract is over with.
100% agree. You ready to get to these bums in Philly? The team.
I gotta have a song playing. I gotta have a song playing for them. They're ridiculous. This team's terrible. And I'm about to give them all the same thing I gave Ben Simmons last year about him.
So now the Philadelphia 76ers. We say them for last because y'all can thank Pat Beverly for them being last over the two teams that were just in the finals last year.
Man,
because they really just basically wrote calling out names for this week. The Philadelphia 76ers, obviously, this all started in Game 6 when they eliminated the Toronto Raptors because Doc Rivers left Joel Embiid in the game with 4 minutes left when they're up by 20-plus points. And he ends up taking an elbow to the eye, fracturing his orbital bone, and having a concussion. Casey said he thinks Jimmy is hurt. Well, we'll see. Keep an eye on that. Um,
Doc Rivers must shot himself in the foot and didn't even realize it.
obviously they lost the first 2 games. Philly came back, won the second 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, did that series end in 6? Did it end in 6 or in 5?
Who?
Philly? Yeah.
This year, I think it was only 6.
Okay. Okay, right. So,
No, was it? I don't know. I'm gonna check right now.
I didn't end in the 6.
I think it did too.
But James Harden,
Uh-oh.
I'm starting with you, Playboy. LA zone. And
Yeah, they Philly won it. Lost in 6 most
yeah,
definitely.
everyone's saying it's 6.
Yeah, it's 6. That's ridiculous.
Shout out to Queen Elevation in the house. Power Lipsticks podcast in the building. So James Harden. James freaking Harden. James freaking Harden. James freaking Harden. LA zone. Compton. Artesia. Went to Arizona State.
Mm. Man, look, I used to I was one of those guys that defended James Harden.
Queen Elevation seen that's the trophy emojis. By the way, keep your eyes looking out. We're gonna have some trophy news soon, so we'll talk about that when Mark is here. Don't want to say anything. That's the one I call James Harden a potato.
Oh my God.
Are y'all even claiming James anymore?
Oh,
Look, man, Kenzie, my barber, shout out to JoJo. His homeboys has known this dude since he was little. He's homeboys with his brother. They went to high school together. And I talked to him on Saturday. He's asked him, I was like, man, what happened to your boy, man? And just, shop talk. He checks out. It's clear. He checks out.
Anybody who's played sports knows when guys check out. And, people can make it, people be like, oh, no, look, there's certain games where you could just be like.
By the way, Dodgers are killing Arizona 8-2 now.
Good. There's certain games you could just tell when a player's not, he's checked out. Some people check out from game 1. Some people check out in the second quarter. Certain stuff happen. They just like, I'm cool. It just happens like that sometimes. James Harden is one of those people that checks out. And the thing is about him, I try to defend him because I'm like, he in the last 2 places he was at, he was in different situations as far as the type of player that he had to be. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't make that excuse no more. There's no reason for you to go over. How many shots did he shoot in the fourth quarter?
Who?
James Harden.
You mean the second half? He shot the ball twice. He shot the ball once in 20 minutes.
So that means oh my God,
and that second one was in garbage time and the game was already out of reach. No, he shot the ball. He played 20 minutes in the second half of an elimination game and shot the ball one time. That was Kobe in 06 deliberately doing that because he was pissed. Come on, man. And people are questioning, it don't smell right. And let me be clear. We're not the biggest Doc Rivers fans on this show, and y'all ain't in the comments. That looked like he was deliberately trying to get that man fired so he can bring in Mike D'Antoni. So I'm looking at the comments. Yes, he did. Kenzie agrees. He quit. Melt calls him the lumpy tomato. By the way, he said, who's in better shape, JoJo or Harden? JoJo's probably in better shape, and he's almost 50. Shout out to my brother.
I have.
Talking about Embiid or Harden. Oh, Embiid clearly is.
Most definitely.
Because he learned. He had to learn. But Harden, obviously, you sabotage two teams. The basketball guys are going to come and collect. I'm going to say this, and Nick can understand this as a Raiders fan.
Mm-hmm.
The late, great Lyle Alzado.
Yeah.
Darth Raider.
Uh-huh.
He lied for years that he never used steroids, but we know he did.
Mm-hmm.
Go watch his football life. The great Howie Long told him. That stuff kills people. And he's like, whatever. And Howie Long had this line that will stick to me to this day, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He made a deal with the devil, and the devil came to collect. James Harden made a deal with the basketball devils, and they're coming to collect. You can't do that. Check out twice, and you want your money? Come on, fam. Like Stephen A. said, y'all done screwed up the next collective bargaining agreement between you, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons. So I'm looking at the comments. Queen Elevation said, guys, make sure y'all hit that like button, comment, and share Sports For You podcast. That's what's up. Power Lipsticks on Accelerator Radio Thursdays at 7. Check her out. Follow her on Instagram. Power Lipstick. She does a lot of things. She got, by the way, she was at that pressing for that Bosco fight.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh, yeah. Shout out.
and then Montreal says, yeah, too. He said, yep, he didn't want Doc, and now Harden is stuck with him. Yeah, because Doc Rivers is not getting fired.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't heard him say what he's going to do, but Daryl Morey says he's not getting fired. Y'all know I'm not the biggest Daryl Morey fan. Because obviously all this analytics, where's he won? I don't know analytics that says trade for James Harden. I don't know analytics that says trade for Chris Paul. I don't know analytics trading for Russell Westbrook. Trading for James Harden again. By the way, Kinsey said, I think Rikishi's in better shape now than James Harden. Shout out to the legend. Bloodline, what's represent? And don't let Shayna help me say Bloodline on the show. She want me to acknowledge Roman Reigns. That's not happening.
What's wrong with Roman Reigns?
I'm not calling another grown man the head of my table. Period. I respect him. I respect him.
I ain't mad at you for that one. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work for me.
I ain't calling a grown man.
Yeah,
he ain't my tribal. I ain't have no tribal chief. Sorry.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work for me.
But back on James Harden.
Here's the whole thing. Even if you feel the way you feel,
I'm not sure with the ones. I get you.
You cannot. James Harden, you've cheated the game of basketball too many times. Even outside of the two checkouts you've done. There was a rule made because of you.
Mm-hmm.
You were cheating the game with the fouls.
By the way, there's reports that they're going to get rid of that clear path, that foul, the rule that me, you, and Mark hate the most.
That clear path?
Where basically fouling players intentionally to stop a fast break.
That is a clear path foul, bro.
And they're going to get rid of. They're probably going to get rid of that.
Good.
It's basically if you foul them on a player on a team on a fast break intentionally, it's a shot in the ball for the team that has possession.
Good. It should be. That's a clear path foul.
Back to you, bro. So,
James Harden, you cannot expect to keep cheating the game. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the reason why your career is in the place it's in. You should have way more MVPs than what you have. But guess what? You keep on falling up short. You can't keep cheating people. You don't get cheated.
Mm-hmm. Talk about it, brother.
And the stuff that you've done as far as like the whole thing of how you came back to Houston after the Russ trade and everything, that was foul, out of pocket. Then you go over there to a situation and, you went over there with Brooklyn. And the situation over there wasn't the best at times, but you were put in a pretty good predicament. And you pretty much fizzled out over there as well. We saw it last year.
Uh-huh.
And the thing is, you can only... I'll leave it like this. I'm not just saying it because it's my boy. But Paul George, we see the things we get, everything Paul George gets when it comes to playoff time, and all this stuff. But guess what? He at least gives effort.
Mm-hmm.
I can honestly say I've never seen Paul George cheat me. I've seen him, he's had bad games, but I can honestly say I've never seen him cheat me out of a game. Like as far as he didn't give his 100% effort. I probably say that like one time,
right.
And that was during the bubble.
So in the message board, Montreal said Harden was worse than LeBron in his first finals appearance with Miami because he was hanging out with Trina in Miami. Look, I ain't going to hate on that, but still.
I ain't mad at
Miami, I'll tell you, the Miami flu is real. He also said Bron wasn't in mentally. Harden purposely checked out and compromised Philly's season. That's big facts. Esteban says, to be fair, it's hard to play pro ball full of glitter from the night before. Wow. Well, he's probably hanging out with Lil Baby now anyway. I thought that's why they traded Simmons. Oh, wow.
And that's where I'm going to now.
By the way, the Heat have 50 points in the second half, and they're shooting 50%
This is ridiculous.
from the field.
If y'all haven't seen beforehand, I most definitely was extremely critical.
No, Harden was hanging out with Trina Kinsey, not Bron. Bron is a married man. Let's not ruin the home.
Bron doesn't get caught. But
there you go.
Hey, I'm just saying. I was one of the main people that for sure was on Ben Simmons' bumper about not shooting the ball and doing this stuff and checking out and all that. So I got to give the same energy to this man, James Harden. James Harden, at least in Ben Simmons' case, what Mark always said, we know what Ben Simmons can do. We know his game isn't scoring. We know his game isn't this. I was on Ben Simmons. I said, at least shoot the ball.
Right.
James Harden, you're a scorer.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me you couldn't get off more than 2 shots, fam.
James Harden, I've seen games where I saw a game where you scored 58 points, player. I've seen you have a 50-point triple-double.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen you have a game where you shot almost 30 freaking free throws. You couldn't do none of that? When you're locked in, you are one of the more gifted offensive players in the league. But I don't know what the hell has to happen for you to get locked in.
Kenzie says it's hard to hoop when you got a gut full of strip club wings. Oh, wow.
No, it's not. Lou Williams do it all the time.
AI did it.
Sure did. So did Jordan.
And Dennis Rodman.
Yep.
By the way, I was watching The Last Dance. That's a prime example right there.
They was all partying, doing whatever they was doing, and guess what? They wake up 6 o'clock in the morning. By 8 o'clock, they was in the gym.
Rodman went to Vegas with Carmen Electra. He was sleeping in the hotel. Michael Jordan came across the street, got him up, and they went back to the arena, got to practice, and boom.
And he got 18 rebounds in his sleep.
So you just got to know how to do it. James Harden don't. You're too busy hanging with Lil Baby or hanging with Meek or trying to do. Look, man.
You're not a rapper.
You're a basketball player.
That's their job. A rapper's job is to entertain and do all this crazy stuff. They're rock stars. You're not a rock star. You are an athlete. You have to be in shape. You have to get sleep. You can't be going around. Not even just that. I'm not saying what you're doing. But you're going around rappers and all these dudes who are known drug users. I'm not saying that you doing drugs. Obviously,
it's out there.
Oh, of course.
It's out there. I know.
Listen to me. We all know. Look,
did y'all hear Kevin Durant on David Letterman podcast?
I don't listen here, John. I partake in the in that stuff. I know what goes on. I know a green smoker when I see one.
By the way, Queen Elevation, I just shared this live. By the way, Queen, we got that DM from your girl Melanie Allen. So just let you know.
You feel me? Yeah, most definitely. I know a green partaker when I see one.
Shout out to Wiggin' Out Radio in Long Beach.
Most definitely. So I don't know what you're doing, all this partying, and even then, just cause you doing that can affect you as well, because you're gonna be tired, you're gonna be burnt out, and guess what?
Jimmy Butler blocked. By the way, Jimmy Butler got 35 points, I think. Yeah, y'all got them dogs, Trail. Y'all got them dogs.
Oh yeah, Miami's full of dogs. They always been like that.
That's that heat culture, man.
Yeah, that's the culture. They blue collar. I love it. Now, James Harden, if I were you, you need to be in a situation where the team doesn't need you to score. You need to be in a situation where if you want to go ahead and play like that, there's other dudes on the team gonna either pick it up, or they're gonna be like, hey, you gonna have to pick it up somewhere. And with that being said,
Casey says, green really a drug though? I mean,
it depends on the person. With that being said, if you want to go, if you don't want to be in your situation, you want to get paid, you want to try at least contribute to somewhere in a culture, come to the Clippers.
Harden said, like he didn't get stuck in Paris. That's what Montrell said. And then Esteban said, he getting the munchies every night though makes a lot of sense. So look at their contract situation.
Go to the Clippers.
Obviously with James Harden, he's got that $47 million player option. And they're trying to figure out, and obviously he's probably going to opt in so he can try to get the Supermax. That's the conversation we're saving for calling out next. Tobias Harris, he's not going anywhere at $37 million. Yikes.
Calling out names.
Joel Embiid obviously not going to. Danny Green, he's out for this whole season now, unfortunately, because he tore his ACL and LCL. And he's not playing
this year.
And he's on $10 million.
How old is Danny Green?
Danny Green's got to be in his mid-30s.
It might be time for a retirement player.
Someone said that
nothing bad.
Someone said that Embiid ended Danny Green's career sadly.
Yeah.
Thibault's still on his rookie deal. Tyrese Maxey, baller.
The young dudes are going nowhere.
Obviously,
they didn't want to get rid of them for in the trade. So they're
Thibault,
going nowhere.
Maxey, they're good, and that's pretty much it as far as their roster. I mean, as far as important players, Korsmaz, he's not going nowhere.
I feel sorry for Joel Embiid, man.
But yeah, so the question is going to be,
I really feel sorry for
how
Joel.
much is James Harden going to make? Do you try to move Tobias Harris?
It's going to be impossible to get rid of Tobias Harris if his contract's not expiring.
He has 37 this year and then 39 next year.
John, this dude's making that much money. It hasn't even been to an All-Star game.
By the way, Kenzie said Danny Green is 34.
He's out of here.
He's out a whole year now. Yeah, I think
he's not. By the time he comes back, he's gonna be 36 years old. He's out of here.
Hate to see that to a Tar.
Hate to see that to a Tar Heel. Just go ahead, Danny Green. You've had a great career, bro. Just go ahead and call it a wrap.
3 rings.
You got 3 rings, and you at one point were like the number 1 3-point shooter in finals history, or some crazy stat that he had at one point in his career. So
and he got some decent contracts.
He's definitely, because he's always been a good player.
And obviously, and now he's just gonna have to focus on his podcast inside the green room.
I ain't mad at him. Go ahead, Danny Green.
Speaking of players who want to transfer over to the media, it's time for my man Dolly's favorite segment. It is time for the 101 edition of Calling Out Names. Let's go. And by the way, there's only one person on this show, on this segment. This segment is executive produced by Patrick Beverly.
And me.
And the great 99 Gorilla, first of all. But Patrick Beverly, thank you for making our job really easy for calling out names. So ESPN has brought Patrick Beverly in. He was on NBA Today last week, but the last 2 days he's been up in New York on Get Up, on First Take. And he has just made it his point to go after Chris Paul. Let me be perfectly clear. We all know Chris Paul and this dude don't get along. And we know part of it is, and he, by the way, if you go to Stephen A. Smith's Twitter account, I haven't watched the video, but he explains what was the reason behind his beef with Chris Paul.
It started when I think when he was in college.
Yeah, I think he was at one of LeBron's camps.
And Chris Paul was there, and supposedly Patrick Beverly was playing very, very well against Chris Paul, and Chris Paul's like, who the heck is this dude? And he said some little smart comment, and Patrick Beverly didn't like it, and whatever, and then that's where it stemmed from.
So Patrick Beverly's out here saying we didn't give Chris Paul enough LeBron, AD, Ben Simmons, James Harden slander. I'm like, well, let me be clear.
Yes, they do.
Chris Paul does get slander. I don't know what you're talking.
What are you talking about? People talk about Chris Paul every year he loses. Are you crazy?
And then he's been like James Harden's like publicist for the last 48 hours, saying that he would give James Harden a Supermax deal.
Man, he's smoking dust.
Let me be perfectly clear. I'm not giving James Harden a Supermax deal. Now, I think they're going to be stupid enough and give it to him because Daryl Morey needs to validate trading Ben Simmons and Seth Curry and Andre Drummond and some draft picks to get James Harden.
Including Seth Curry in that trade was crazy.
So Mr. Beverly. And then you went ahead and you took a shot at my Lakers. Gonna tell us that our championship isn't legitimate because it was in a bubble. Cut the fucking beat. If I hear another person say that one more time, y'all go be away from y'all family for 3 months. Yeah, you couldn't be with your kids. I get it. You made the choice to be in the bubble. Live with it. Technically, he's not the biggest Heat fan. That's why he's the biggest fan of the city of Miami. Think about that.
All right. Now about that bubble comment.
I don't want to hear that crap, man.
Patrick Beverly.
I don't hear that crap, man.
Dog, you was on my team.
Come on, dog.
We got dogged out in the bubble. Stop it. I don't care what internal problems were going on, which I do believe was going on, but that I never use that as an excuse to be like, oh, we were up in all the games we lost. So just that simple. Just that simple. We could have done the same thing Lakers did, but we didn't. Just that simple.
And saying that, oh, y'all wanted to face Phoenix in the first round. No, y'all did not, dude.
Ooh.
Minnesota, we wanted to face.
No,
I'm like, okay. So y'all, no one's scared of Phoenix.
Nobody's scared of you.
And number one, and I had to get this, me and Udon had kind of disagreed on this. if I'm Paul George, I'm like, dude, do not put my personal conversations out on national TV. And if you're going to put it out there, keep my name out your mouth. Because you did that for clout. I don't want to hear that crap.
You know what they call that in the hood? That's pillow talking.
Dude, you basically dry snitched on your teammate. The reason we know you don't like Chris Paul because basically your boy James Harden got him traded for him, wanted him, and you got shipped out to the Clippers. Just say that. So I'm looking at the comments. Montreal says he's calling out Giannis. How you 6'11", 242 with a 7'3" wingspan and get dunked on by Al Horford not once, twice, but 3 times? Hey, happens to the best of us.
Al Horford is not a small man. That's all I have to say. Al Horford weighs as much, if not more, than Giannis. Y'all have to remember that. Weight is a big factor, and Al Horford is not a small man.
Oh yeah, he's cooking, SD. Jimmy Butler is cooking.
But back to Patrick Beverley. I'll press play on that.
Go ahead, bro.
How many times has Patrick Beverley made the All Defensive team?
3.
How many has Chris Paul made?
7. Thank you, Matt Barnes. And then you won't go at Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes said, look, we're in the media, and he knows Chris Paul played bad those final 4 games, 3 and beyond. But what you were doing was flat out disrespectful. Matt Barnes was like, look, Chris Paul numbers on his worst day were better than yours his entire career.
Bingo. Chris Paul worst year is still better than Patrick Beverley's best year.
And then you gonna get mad because you also defending James Harden saying he deserves a supermax. No, he does not.
No, he doesn't. He hasn't earned that. No, if he was still doing James Harden-esque things, I would agree with you, but he's not. He's not. There's nothing you can justify giving James Harden that much money. I'm sorry.
Nothing.
I don't care what he did 5 years ago.
That means you're giving him $60 million 4 years from now.
Listen, I don't care what he did 3 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. I don't care about the old MVPs he won. All that, that's all great. He's going to the Hall of Fame. He's a top 75 player of all time. He's one of the better shooting guards in the league, of course. But the last 2 years have shown me there's no reason in hell I should give him that much money.
I'm looking at the comments. Kenzie said he wants to call out Kenny Smith for saying Donovan Mitchell was a top 3 shooting guard in the NBA today.
Man, he's smoking rocks.
Our boy Aderick Talk Show, he says facts on everything we're saying about Pat Bev. Trail says Dame put Pat Bev and the rest when he tweeted Pat Bev's playoff stats. Oh, wow. By the way, Kevin Durant screenshotted a tweet from Kanye said he out there running like Pac.
Let me tell y'all something. Now, look. Y'all can't. The numbers thing is I understand it's funny because you look at it like, oh, he only averaged 4. Patrick Beverley's not a scorer, everybody. So when you bring up numbers like that, it doesn't show what he brings to the game. You know, that's just like if you look at Dennis Rodman scoring numbers. Oh, he only averaged like 7 points a game. Well, he gave you 18 rebounds, one of the best defenders in the league.
Aderick Talk Show said, who are 3 shooting guards better than Donovan Mitchell? And please don't say Harden.
Donovan Mitchell is. Let me see. Donovan Mitchell. There's Devin Booker. There is Paul George, is a shooting guard. I got him over him. And
Klay Thompson.
And Klay Thompson. Yeah.
I like Donovan Mitchell, but he don't play defense. I'm sorry.
Nah, he doesn't. And his offensive game isn't good enough to make me really say, yeah.
And right now, and the Heat are going to pull away.
And he's not better than Bradley Beal. Hold on, whoa.
No, he's not better than Bradley. No, he's not better than Bradley Beal.
No.
He's not better than Bradley Beal.
Hold on. He's not better than Bradley Beal. Whoa, hold on.
No, he ain't better.
He might sneak in at number 5.
He ain't better than Bradley Beal.
He's not better than Bradley Beal. Is he?
Is he better than who?
Man, is he better than Ant-Man?
Is Ant-Man a 2 or a 3?
He's a 2.
I probably want Anthony Edwards.
I want you can give Donovan Mitchell.
Is he better than Chris Middleton? Chris Middleton's a 2-way player. And by the way, the final score is a game that's now wrapped. Heat win game 1, 118-107. Taking 1-0 lead. Game 2 in this series is Thursday in Miami. Jason Tatum only 8 points in the second half. Can't have those type of games, young fella. You better go watch some Kobe tapes.
I have him slightly. No, I don't. No, I don't. I no. Oh Lord, I hate saying this, but Chris Middleton, I have him slightly above Donovan Mitchell off the defensive end alone, and he's definitely a better 3-point shooter. He's definitely a better 3-point shooter.
Yeah, people agree. They agree. They say Chris Middleton.
Yeah.
Celtics
Ooh,
missing Smart.
I hate saying that too.
So Arconian says, too, Celtics missing Smart and Horford. Yeah, they did. They did. But you still got your 2 all-stars out there.
Guess what? Miami ain't got Kyle Lowry.
That's a good point.
Jimmy dropped 27 at half in the second half.
41 for the night for Jimmy Butler. And you said, look at he's huffing and puffing talking to Lisa Salters right now.
He's for sure only scoring 12 points next game.
No, they better be.
He's for sure scoring. He's not scoring more than 20 next game.
Hey, by the way,
for sure.
If I'm supposed to, I better tell Duncan Robinson he better be ready.
Man, they
need to play Duncan Robinson, man. Come on,
look, if there's anybody who the bubble had people fooled, it's for sure him.
By the way, Jimmy Butler's 5th 40-point game. That's the second 40-point playoff game. That's the second in Heat history, of course, behind D Wade's 7. I don't know if y'all covered this, but who's going number 1 to the Magic? Well, according to the mock draft right now, I saw on ESPN from Draft Express, they got Jabari Smith going number 1 from Auburn. Because obviously they don't want to. You could go Chet Holmgren, but they already got Franz Wagner, Jalen Suggs. Yo,
John, we tripping.
What's up?
He's not even number 5 or 6. He ain't better than Zach LaVine.
Good point.
The more I think about it, more shooting guards are. I'm like,
nah, he ain't top 3.
No, hell no.
Nah, he ain't top 3.
No.
No way. And here's the thing, and as final thing we're gonna talk about with Mr. Beverly. You want to be in this business, you gotta learn how to separate personal from professional. Everything you were saying about Chris Paul was pretty much personal, and you got to. And obviously, people were loving you. They thought you were a media darling. Everyone on Twitter was loving Patrick Beverly, And by the way.
Well, all of a sudden everybody started loving Patrick Beverly.
I don't know because people hate Chris Paul. And then
didn't everybody just talking smack about him when they because they love Westbrook?
Pretty much. And then another thing with Patrick Beverly, you're not getting LeBron in Minnesota. Sorry. No, I mean, and stop trying to campaign to be a Laker. Stop it. Stop it, Montreal.
Hey.
Stop it, Montreal.
Hey, look.
Stop it, Montreal.
Don't be surprised. I told you.
Stop it, Montreal.
Not be surprised.
Stop it, Montreal.
If you see Patrick Beverly in the Laker jersey next year.
Nah, heck no. Montreal's last comment is wild, though.
Let me see.
The comment right above Kenzie's, the second to last one. Stop it, Montreal. By the way, she posted on Twitter, on Instagram, she just got her Sportscaster of the Year award from the Sports Emmys last year, just now a year.
Wow. Did it come with cookies?
That's cold. There you go. Yeah, Bev is a hater, Mo. And then obviously, he's all he does is bark. Yeah, I agree, Arcady. I'm a Laker fan. The Lakers need more help than that. Obviously, we got to get a coach first. And I'm gonna stand by that. Get a coach first. Obviously, it's either I think it's probably gonna be Darvin Ham.
Pretty much. I won't be surprised.
So they just gonna, and obviously he's going to get interviewed for the second time with Charlotte.
That movie's already on DVD.
What's that?
Morbius?
Yeah.
Well, that must have been terrible. Yeah, Lakers. Yeah, Lakers got a lot of issues.
Yeah, so we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week for sure.
I understand. Let me just say, Real Rich signed OJ Mayo. Man, if y'all don't stop, leave that man. I don't even know where OJ Mayo is right now. Ouch.
And he's sweating. Who else you got for calling out names, John?
That was it. Mr. Patrick Beverly. How about Mark Jackson? I would like Mark Jackson, but something tells me he's not going to get the job. Look, there's only 2 jobs available right now, and that's the Lakers and the Hornets. And it sounds like there ain't going to be no other jobs available. This is going to be pretty much the quietest coaching cycle off season this year. Because I don't see, because out of these coaches that are coaching left, Udoka's not getting fired.
No.
Eric Spoelstra's, they're not getting fired.
He's going to retire with Miami Heat.
Steve Kerr's not getting fired.
No.
And
what?
Jason Kidd.
You talking about the guy that should have been the Lakers coach? It wasn't for
That is the only person I am rooting for this postseason is Jason Kidd. He should be the Lakers coach.
Thank Linda Rambish.
By the way, I do got one person to call since you want to bring that up.
Oh,
I love my girl, I love the great Jeannie Buss.
uh-huh.
But then she tweeted, you know my stance on winning time.
Uh-huh.
But she tweets out a clip where it's Dr. Buss, John C. Reilly, talking to Magic, Quincy Isaiah, and people were asking, was that scene true? She said, yes. I'm going to say this. I'm going to keep saying this again. And Quincy going to co-sign with me. You going to co-sign with me too.
Mm-hmm.
Who's playing Norm Nixon?
His son. Junior.
Devon Nixon, who's playing is playing his dad. Do you think he has a little inside information? And obviously, if his dad thought that something was wrong, do you think
he would have his son involved?
Yeah, and Ms. Lay said, yeah, I totally forgot to mention they totally watched the show. Kenzie said, bingo, by the way, I mean everyone. Yeah, she's right. Uncle Mike, we should have hired Jason Kidd, but obviously Linda Rambis screwed that up. But I'm gonna say this again. If Norm Nixon had a problem with this show, do you let your son audition? And your son, I know he's done. I think he was on Tyler Perry's For Better For Worse before. Mm-hmm. And knowing who his mama is, his mama and aunt is, you think he'd be struggling to get an acting job? Mm. For those who don't know who Norm Nixon is married to, Norm Nixon is married to the great Debbie Allen. Debbie Allen's sister she's Felicia Allen now, but we all know her as Felicia Rashad. Claire Huxtable, the ex-wife of Ahmad Rashad.
Let me tell y'all something. Them was two fine women back in the day, boy. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, boy. They was fine as hell.
By the way,
especially Debbie. Oh my Lord.
Arcanian says, I'm a Clipper fan, by the way. Salute.
There we go, baby.
He's a Clipper fan. I'm a Laker fan. So it's all good.
Let's go.
But we don't discriminate in the comments. You in the comments, y'all just have fun talking trash to each other. That's it. And when I saw that and she was like, make sure y'all watch the series on Hulu. Jeannie.
I don't give a damn about that series on Hulu.
I'm going to watch because obviously it's going to be a comedy. It's on Hulu. Minnie Kaling's a part of it. And since Jeannie's part of executive producing on it, I get it. I saw Kenzie wanted to call out WWE. I see Paco wanted to call out Vince McMahon. I'm going to tell y'all this.
What did Vince McMahon do?
So this whole story with Sasha Banks and Naomi walking out of Raw last night because they were booked to be in the main event and they didn't, and obviously they're the women's tag team champions and they feel like they're not getting booked properly. This is not compared to what happened with Charlotte and Becky with the whole awkward title exchange. This is more when Stone Cold Steve Austin walked out of Raw that back in '97. Now Charlotte and Becky, you can compare it when Brock Lesnar went backstage and he threw the belt in Vince's face. That you can compare to that. But until we hear from them two, let's just wait. Because Sasha, she just was on Kevin Hart's Cold as Balls show that aired today. So just wait. Just wait. We'll see what happens on SmackDown. And I'm going to leave it at that. But as far as counting out names, we're done. We're going to be about final score again. Heat 118, Celtics 107. Boston went 2 for 15 in the third quarter, worst of any quarter of the last 4 seasons. Got outscored 39-14. No, it's not a work. No, it's not a work, Kenzie. This is real. It's not a work. Go watch the Fightful Post show. Thank you, Uncle Mike. Love you, Aunt Sabrina, Uncle Kev. Shout out to Moms back from KC. Shout out to Uncle for picking her up from the airport.
Shout out to Matt Harvey.
Matt Harvey suspended 60 games because he provided oxy to the late your former pitcher, the late Tyler Skaggs, while he was a member of the Angels.
Wow.
R.I.P. Tyler Skaggs.
Yeah.
I agree, Art. It'd be creative needs to modernize. We'll be back next week. Bark will be back next week. Real quick before we get out of here. Obviously, Mark not here, so he can't give a prediction, but he'll give his next week. Heat, Celtics, who you got? And how many games?
Miami. I'll give them Chelsea win too. I'll give them Miami in 6.
Eastern Conference MVP.
Oh, easy. Oh yeah, I've got that's what I'm calling our names for next week. But I got Jimmy Butler.
All right. Thank you, Auntie. I love you. Game. I got the Heat in 6 too.
Mm-hmm.
I was Jimmy Butler, the conference MVP, but we'll get into that next week.
Yeah.
The Larry Bird conference MVP, whatever. Warriors, Mavs.
I got Warriors in 5.
Let me be clear. I am rooting for Jason Kidd.
I am too.
I am rooting so badly for Jason Kidd.
I just don't think that Dallas. I think Luka is ready, but I don't know if everybody else on Dallas is really ready to deal with that onslaught over there in Golden State. I don't think the rest of that team is ready. Luka's ready for the moment. I don't know if the rest of them are ready for the moment. But if they play like they did last game, Golden State may have a problem.
So yeah, I got Golden State and I got Golden State in 6.
Yeah,
I think Luka can get in 2 games. Like I said, I'm rooting for only Jason Kidd, but I think when we're back here in a couple weeks and the finals is set, it's gonna be Heat Warriors.
Yeah, every game that go past, I'm still in shock that Andrew Wiggins was an all-star.
Yeah, he just returned. Yeah, he just finally returned. I don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen with Tim Hardaway Jr. He'll be a good addition, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if he's coming back, but we'll see.
Oh, Tyler Hero. They're gonna do the snarl.
The 6th man of the year. Hey man, no, don't do that. So that didn't help him in the bubble. That didn't help in the bubble. That's not gonna help him this year. So again, thank y'all for hanging out. All y'all in the comments was live today. Again, shout out to Montreal, Kenzie, Miss Lay, my Aunt Sabrina, Uncle Mike, new listener, Arcanian 2. Thank you for joining. Welcome. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button for Townhouse Media. Hit that like and that share button. Shout out to Queen Elevation, Power Lipsticks. Shout out to Wignout Radio for sending us a DM. We're going to talk about that off air. Can't tell y'all nothing yet. We'll see. I don't think they're going to miss Wiseman yet. No, they're not going to miss Wiseman.
They already used to not playing
They're
with
used to him, and knew they weren't going to have him going into the deep run.
Man, he about to get traded next year anyways.
We'll see what happens with him next year.
When he traded.
Hence was available. You never know. Lisa, shout out. Obviously, Paco, shout out. Josh, shout out. Shout out to Mark. He's at Dodger Stadium right now. He'll be back next week. Game 1, Western Conference Finals tomorrow, 6 on TNT. Check that out. We'll be back next Tuesday during Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals. Matter of fact, that game comes on right when we go live. So we're going to be here through the whole game. Me and Nick. Obviously, Mark might have to jet out early because he's on another assignment. But me and Nick going to take you all the way through Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals next week. Again, subscribe to Townhouse Media on YouTube. Follow us on social media at Sports For You Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Follow us individually on social media at JWatson0984 on Twitter and Instagram. At Nick_Freeze on Instagram. At 99Gorilla on Twitter and Instagram. And follow Mark at HiOnMark on Instagram and HiOnMark1 on Twitter. Go follow him right now. He's posting pictures from Dodger Stadium right now. So again, hit that like button, hit those follow buttons. Tell everyone if they want to know where the number 1 sports podcast is, it's right here. It's Sports For You. I'm John. That's Nick Freeze.
What it do?
Mark's at Dodger Stadium right now. The Heat are up 1-0. The Celtics, the Warriors, and the Mavs are kicking it off tomorrow. It's full go for the conference finals. We'll see y'all next week. This is 101, and we taught y'all something. Peace.